Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode, that was a really weird hand wave, of Manga Boy Read to Manga. We got 2, we got 4, we got 6, we got 8, we got 10, 12 manga. Okay, this week, you'll notice I changed the setup again. My girlfriend decided to watch a video, told me it was super bad, my setup before. And so I reverted it back to the original one. But I kept this side in the background because I do like that little touch. If you guys don't like that little touch, let me know. You'll also probably be seeing my cats running around. They were begging to go outside, so I let them outside. But the problem with my cats, this is going to sound weird, with my cats, is when they go outside, they get anxious because I'm not outside. And they want pets, okay? They are the weirdest cats I've ever seen, but they'll constantly come back and forth to check in on me and receive little pets. So right now I got little Sebastian over here. Let me see if I can show you guys him. You got little Sebastian. He loves his belly rub. See? A little Sebastian. He's purring. He's like, why'd you stop? Don't stop, Dad. He loves his pets. Alright, so let's get back into this. That's enough about cats. We don't have she and her cat today. But we do have The Garden of Words, another story by Makoto Shinkai. I never watched the movie, if there is one. Focuses on this boy who meets this woman right here at this weird little gazebo thing in the garden because he skips school on rainy days because he's a bad boy. He skips school. He wants to be a cobbler and make shoes. This story I thought was sweet, but a little weird. Not really my cup of tea, but it wasn't bad. We find out about her past traumas and the boy's past traumas a little bit. Saying a lot because I'm trying to think of nice things to say about this story. It just wasn't really my kind of thing. The story seemed nice. There's an age gap romance. I didn't really have anything against age gap romances, but I never also really read any. So that was kind of one of my first things to it. A little uncomfortable for me. The guy finds out that she's in her 20s and he's like 15, in like late 20s or early 30s, and I'm like, man, I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I don't know. It's just kind of uncertain feelings about that. Voices of a Distant Star, also by Makoto Shinkai. I actually read 2 titles by him, or them, this week. This is the second. This is an interesting manga about a girl who goes into space and keeps sending this boy messages. The messages take longer and longer for them to exchange as she parts further and further away. This is a very similar plot to 5 centimeters per second, if you guys have seen that movie. I have not, but eventually, you know, it gets so far away that it takes like over a year and a half for the messages to go back and forth. And, you know, it is kind of sad for her. I feel really bad for the girl. The boy, I feel like he should move on because this girl is clearly not coming back. She's doing an excellent job in the Space Army, and honestly, she's like in middle school, so it's like really upsetting. You know, she's got no way to get home. I can't even believe that in this world they would send someone so young. The robots are really cool looking. There's not a ton of space mecha action, but there is some. It's mostly just focused in on the romance between these two. This one I liked a little bit more. The endings to these, though, it was definitely, I don't know the word for it, but it just is sad, I guess, at the end. And, you know, this ending was hopeful at the very least, because, you know, they are still confident that they meet again, but, like, it is just, like, they go so far without seeing each other for so long. Just so sad. This is a very romantic week, I'm noticing. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 3. This I liked a lot more. We have a fake boob set up with these little donut pon things. They're more like a bun. And we see a few more hijinks between the friends, and Nagatoro has to defend Senpai against them because, honestly, it seems like they might like him too, especially this crazy girl right here with the red hair. But tough to say. And then Volume 4 is kind of more of the same. I would like more things to kind of happen. We do get some things like Senpai kind of growing in courage and strength, confidence, that kind of thing, which is nice. And, you know, they point out that he's not as creepy as he used to be as well, and things like that. So that is cool. He also is able to stand up, you know, for himself a little bit more. But he still can't invite Nagatoro out to see the firework festival. This is a series I actually am enjoying a little bit more than I thought, because I thought it was just Nagatoro teasing this poor guy. And that would be really kind of shitty. I wouldn't be a big fan of that. But it is actually that, but more. The first volume is really like ruthless stuff, in my opinion. And then it kind of eases up from there. So that was very cool. Life lessons with Uramichi Onisan. I felt like Volume 2 was even funnier than Volume 1. They have this fun brain age quiz in one of them, one of the stories, and it says, play rock, paper, scissors if both lose. So first he wins, then he draws, then he loses, and they're like, you have the brain of a 90-year-old. And he's like, shit. Then they have them draw their dads, and I thought this was hilarious. This is Uramichi. How do you say that? Uramichi, yeah. Onisan's dad right here. So that's his sister over there, and then that's Uramichi-san. His dad is throwing him onto the mat to work out. And I was dying laughing. Oh my god. So this has started to get even funnier in my opinion. There's another one where they are playing bingo and they have to get rid of the stock that were failed prototypes. So this is one right here with a baguette. It was pretty good. So this is definitely starting to go a little bit more in my direction of comedy. It's getting funnier. Definitely something I'm going to be picking up the third volume for, which is out but I don't have. And the fourth volume is not announced, or at least not pre-orderable on Right Stuff at this time. That's my son, Sebastian. He's worried about his dad. He likes to show off his butt sometimes. Alright, my boy. Alright, my boy. Come on. Come to your papa lap. Come to your papa lap. Alright, see you later. Attack on Titan Before the Fall, Volume 16. Well, let me tell you something. Before the Fall, you started to get good around here. Here's the downside. It's over. So, we begin to go outside the wall. The Survey Corps go on their first expedition. I was really enjoying it, actually. And then there's a fun little twist at the end as well. I don't really want to spoil it in case you guys want to watch it, read it, but they do actually fight a Titan. There's a sick confrontation between two characters who, well, you've probably been dying to see go against each other since the beginning. We see a nice little rain battle, so there's some cool thought and analytics there about like what to do in the rain with the Titans and that kind of thing. So I thought that was very interesting. I actually like the ending quite a bit. Do I think you should buy this 17-volume series because I like 2 volumes in the series? No. I mean, I felt like the first 2 or 4 volumes had promise. It went nowhere. 16 and 17 had a very cool, very awesome fight scene in it. And, you know, to see them fight against the Titans was really great. But it does not justify the purchase. So don't buy it. If you can have a friend rent it to you and you want to go through 4 decent volumes out of 17 volumes, go right ahead. If you just want to experience the Attack on Titan, you know, compendium or collection at its fullest, that's another good reason to read it, I would say. Otherwise, that's it. Attack on Titan Lost Girls Volume 2. This is non-canon. It is shown to be a dream, but it is a cool little adventure about, you know, Kid Eren and Kid Mikasa, and a little bit of Kid Armin, who pops up just slightly. Very interesting story. This guy with this mask was so creepy. I was like, damn, is that Mysterio from Spider-Man? And he's like, you're going to have to murder me. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I wish that guy showed up in the main series more, actually, because I was like really interested in him. This book I liked more than the Before the Fall. This was a very interesting read. At the end, it does wrap together Attack on Titan Lost Girls Volume 1. I would say if you were to read this, I would read it after the trial with Eren Yeager. If you don't know what I mean, then you haven't hit it yet. There's, as far as I can remember, only one trial with young Eren Yeager after his first major battle. So, that's a pretty good spot to read these at. I think you should be fine. Lastly, you've got the Misfit of Demon High Academy, or just Demon King Academy, sorry. History's strongest demon king reincarnated and goes to school with his descendants. It's literally that. So this guy is like, listen, I want a world of peace. Hold on a second, my battery's gonna die. Okay, sorry about that. So yes, it follows this guy who reincarnates himself 2,000 years into the future, just to see how everything's going. He is trying to reach an age of peace, where humans and demons can be kind of on friendlier terms with each other. He comes to, and magic has degenerated greatly. He is broken, overpowered, he can spin a castle on his finger just like it was a basketball. He makes ridiculous quotes like, "Oh, you thought killing me would kill me?" And things like that. This is a series I really like because of how ridiculous it is, not because I think the story is super interesting, though I do think it is interesting that somebody is trying to overwrite his past and, take over as the founder or the previous Demon King. He has these 7 demons who become the elders in this world, and the 7 elders teach magic and help spread the demon blood around while he's gone, and meanwhile the humans just be humaning it up. He can see he's 1 month old as this story's going, and he used the spell to age himself up to have the body of a teenager. I feel like this is pretty good. If you guys are unsure about this kind of a manga or a show, I would check out the anime for free on Crunchyroll before jumping into this. It's definitely a niche demographic. There's a lot of text to these to these volumes rather. Another thing to note is that the author and main writer for the manga, Kaya Haruka, actually did pass away from pancreatic cancer. So this is going to be done at volume 4. So be aware of that. The light novel written by Shu is still going to continue onwards, at least to my understanding. And so the main way to catch up to this, if you're not a big light novel fan, will be the anime. Anyways, so it might not be worth it for you to get the manga. I personally really enjoyed this series, so I did get the manga volumes for it, just to support the creator. Will they make The Misfit of Demon King Academy Part 2? They just may. Sometimes they do that with light novel series like this that are adapted into manga format. Another example of a series doing this would be Sword Art Online, ReZero, Ascendance of a Bookworm. Those series all have Part 2, Volume 1, Volume 2, Part 3, or Book 3. I hate that numbering format, but it is something that is very common with these series to do. And with that, that is my week of manga that I read. Please let me know down below what you read or what you are looking forward to reading in the future as this week comes to a beginning. I will see you guys next week. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.